Hey thinkers, welcome back to Think Sharp Ali and welcome back to our compound interest hot series. Ready to test your brain again? Because today's question is not your usual plug and chug type, it's a real thinking one. So imagine this, a man borrows some money, but instead of paying it all back together, he pays part of it after the first year and then rest after the second year. Sounds simple. Wait till you see how compound interest plays its magic here. We are going to find out how much he actually borrowed using logic, not luck. And of course, along the way, we will uncover why compound interest always stays a little ahead of simple interest when time passes. So let's dive in and see if you can keep up with the maths twist today. Alright, let's crack this fun together. A man borrowed a sum of money and agrees to pay off by paying rupees 3150 at the end of first year and rupees 4410 at the end of second year. Okay, only thing that is given to us is the rate of compound interest 5% per annum. We have to find the sum borrowed. So let's say the man borrowed rupees X. So for the first year we have principal X, rate 5%, time is 1 year. So at the end of first year, the amount will be this rupees 21x by 20. Right? How did I get it? X plus 5% of X. Now he pays rupees 3150 at the end of first year. So after paying 3150, what remains? The outstanding balance. This, which becomes the principal for the next year. That is, for the second year, principal is 21x by 20 minus 3150. Once again, we'll calculate the amount on this principal, which means this, plus 5% of this. So let's calculate. Instead of going into CI formula, then amount, we can directly find out the amount y plus 5% of y. Now I have taken this huge expression as y. That will help me to do the sum in a precise manner. So let us cancel 5 and 100. And so we are getting over here 21y by 20. Now I'll substitute back the value of y, which is this. But this time he pays rupees 4410 and clears off the entire debt. That means after paying this amount 4410, no balance remains. So which means we can say that this entire amount is equal to 4410. Now this is a simple linear equation which we will solve to find the value of x, that is the sum borrowed. Until the time I'm solving this equation, let me ask you something interesting. Do you know in which year compound interest and simple interest are exactly the same? It's only for 1 year. But from the next year onwards, compound interest always gets a little ahead of simple interest. For 2 years, CI is greater than SI. For 3 years, it's even more. Now, do you know why that happens? What makes compound interest grow faster than simple interest every year? Write your answer in the comments below. I'll be waiting to read your explanations. And that's our final answer, rupees 7,000. I hope this question helped you understand how to apply compound interest concept smartly. If you enjoyed solving it with me, don't forget to like, share and drop your thoughts in the comments. I love reading your answers. Catch you in the next HOTS question, and hey, if you missed HOTS 1 and 2, go watch them now.